The vision. Africa's modern leadership has also set out the blueprint for the continent's success and sustenance by understanding that Africa needs to put together as one entity and economic bloc. They first changed and replaced the Organization of African Unity, OAU, which had become antiquated for the most part. It had met its major goals, which were to rid the continent of the remaining vestiges of colonization and apartheid, promote unity and solidarity among the African states, coordinate and intensify cooperation for development, safeguard the sovereignty and territorial integrity of member states. The OAU had served the continent well, but Africa's new frontier of challenges had changed. There needed a renewed vision that was potent enough to confront modern and more complex challenges in the advent of globalization. The OAU was replaced by the African Union, AU, out of which the new Partnership for Africa's Development, NEPAD, was formed. NEPAD is an African Union strategic framework for Pan-African socio-economic development. It gives both the vision and the policy framework for Africa's development strategy in the 21st century. NEPAD's primary objectives are to eradicate poverty, place African countries, both individually and collectively, on a path of sustainable growth and development, halt the marginalization of Africa in the globalization process, and enhance its full and beneficial integration into the global economy, and accelerate the empowerment of women. The AU also established the African Peer Review Mechanism, APRM, voluntarily adopted by member states of the African Union to promote and reinforce high standards of governance. The peer review mechanism is a self-monitoring mechanism to ensure that the policies and practices of participating states conform to the agreed political, economic, and corporate governance values, codes, and standards contained in the Declaration on Democracy, Political, Economic, and Corporate Governance. Its primary purpose is to foster the implementation of policies, standards, and practices that lead to political stability, high economic growth, sustainable development, and accelerated sub-regional and continental economic integration through sharing of experiences and reinforcement of successful and best practices, including identifying deficiencies and assessing the needs for capacity building. This clearly written statement of vision is yet another statement to Africa's determination to chart its own course of development by meeting internationally accepted principles of governance.